The COVID-19 situation in Victoria gets worse by the day. Overnight, 75 more people testing positive to the virus, and it's prompting big supermarkets to reintroduce nationwide restrictions. We're feeling the impact in the West despite our hard border and zero new cases here. Psychologist Dr. Marnie Lishman is with us now. Hi, Dr. Lishman.
Hi, Lou.
Could WA people be feeling understandably a bit nervous after just getting back to some kind of pre-COVID normality with phase 4?
Yeah. I think consciously we're looking at our data and we're feeling comfortable and quite safe. But I think there's an unease there as we look at what's happening in the eastern states, and it's perfectly understandable given the massive disruption we've had in the last 4 months. And it's not just the disruption of thinking that we're going to get the virus; it's just the effect that it had on all areas of our lives. So I think, at some level, we can see that the numbers are lifted and our restrictions have been lifted, and we're feeling really good about that. But I think, the nervousness we're feeling, and we're peering and watching what happens, aren't we, and giving extra attention and hypervigilance to what is happening, which is good if it makes us do the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, even though the spike in cases is happening over east and we're somewhat protected by the hard border, it's the reintroduction of restrictions in supermarkets that really sort of hits home for us over here, because it affects us directly now.
Oh gosh, yeah. And can you remember in the early days when the pandemic just began, we were watching what was happening in other countries before it even kind of arrived in Australia, and we started mimicking a lot of their behaviours. Like then our toilet paper and our flour and our pasta was starting to disappear. So when we get the information from what's happening around us, we're tuning into that, and I think we're doing it extra so. Like we're doing it more so than ever now because of everything that's happened, and we don't want to do it again. So our brain kind of makes us want to prepare, predict and take precautions. Again, a perfectly natural reaction to what's happened to us in the last few months.
And there were so many unknowns for so long, and now it feels like no one really knows what's to come again. How do we deal with more uncertainty?
Oh, I think one of the first things to remember is even pre-pandemic but also post-pandemic, uncertainty is a fact of life. So it's not something that we all go through as a collective in the future. Certainly we're going to have some sort of individual adversity because that's life. So nothing's certain, nothing's completely 100% known. So we need to get comfortable with uncertainty going forward. Control what we can. We can't control everything in life, but if you can control those little things like your relationships and what you do on your daily basis and your duties at work, that makes you feel more comfortable. And of course, managing your stress and anxiety. So you've got to remember in times like this, our stress is heightened and our anxiety because we go into fear mode. Like people get really scared. So you've got to make sure that you manage that and not sit in distress. So make sure you get support for your mental health and wellbeing.
As you say, lessons to learn in everyday life. Dr. Marnie
Lishman,
thank you.
Thank you.